Coming up on the Sports Desk, remembering an NBA legend, Los Angeles' very own Kobe Bryant.
I had the honor of attending the three-peat games and meeting him when I was 10 years old back in 2000. I mean, he had lots of, ups and downs like anyone else in life, but this is a time to just either be silent or, mourn in any way that you'd like as an individual, but we just need to remember, like, the good and great examples that he set.
Hey guys, welcome to the Sports Desk, your one source for all things Torrance sports. I am your host, Lesley Robbins, bringing you a gateway to the brightest sports stars and hottest sports spots in Torrance. To start the show, a brief message about Kobe Bryant. No matter where you live in Los Angeles County, right here in Torrance, or even if you're watching from across the globe, the grit and talent of the late, great Kobe Bryant was undeniable. He was an 18-time NBA All-Star who won 5 championships during a 20-year career spent entirely with the Los Angeles Lakers. He was an Olympic gold medalist, an Oscar winner. The news still doesn't seem real. Kobe was tragically killed in a helicopter crash near Calabasas early Sunday morning. His 13-year-old daughter, Gigi, was also on board and died. Kobe was 41. I had the honor of spending time and interviewing the superstar twice at 2 Lakers practices, and a few thoughts come to mind when thinking about him. He was kind, truly funny, generous with his time, and oh so talented. You just wanted to A, watch this tremendous athlete shoot hoops, and then B, shoot the breeze with him. He was that cool. Kobe was not only an icon in Los Angeles, but in the world. The basketball star would no doubt want us all to remember him, honor his legacy, and perhaps talk about sports. So let's try to do this one for Kobe. Starting the show off with basketball seems appropriate. WNBA champion and Bishop Montgomery's girls basketball head coach Noelle Quinn gathered the team's alumni for a big celebration just prior to her squad's game against Serra. It was a very big night and Melanie Chacon was there.
I think it's important that our generation right now understands that Bishop Montgomery girls basketball, more specifically, is a legendary program. So having the alumni back on campus is just an ode to them, an appreciation to them, because it's important for my girls to understand without them playing hard, paving the way, and winning these championships, we wouldn't be able to be here today. And also to bridge the gap, to have the alumni come and put faces to names and to support us and just to continue to keep our legendary program going. As a student athlete, you just get a reverence for the school and for sports programs in general. When you go to college, you have kind of more alumni nights, and they honor the past in that manner. And so even though it's a high school level, not a lot of people have the opportunity to go play Division I, JUCO, college, whatever it is. And so it's important that we just honor the time that, young men, women have had in their high school careers. It's something that I noticed that collegiate teams do, maybe pro teams do, maybe some high school teams do. This is our second year doing it, but I hope to continue the tradition.
I started playing basketball when I was a freshman. I grew from JV to varsity, 2 years JV, 2 years varsity. Not only did I meet girls that I used to go to grade school with at St. Catherine's, but I also met girls from other schools in the area that we used to compete against, and so we actually created really great bonds. And I'm actually very close to them today. We have milestones with each other. We go to each other's weddings. I go to their kids' birthday parties, and so that's one of the great things, is that you don't lose those connections. Even though we have our day-to-day things and we can't see each other quite often, I think it's nice that we can come together once a year, and very grateful for Coach Noelle that she can create this community with us and bring us all back. So it's very exciting.
I had a lot of memories over here at Bishop. I actually went to school here with my older and younger sister, Raina and Kristen, they weren't able to make it, but hi, miss you guys. So just the memories with my sisters was even more of a bigger bond than what I had at Bishop, because I already had that family dynamic. But to add on to being on the basketball team, it expanded our family even more, and we still have that bond. We still keep in touch with my teammates.
It's really special having people that played on our campus, people that came to Bishop to come and talk to us, especially tonight, and to have them watch us play is really a blessing, because we really get to see like their experience and hear their experience and how it was here at Bishop, and everything that we want to do and we want to accomplish, they've already done it. So it's really a blessing, and truly we appreciate them coming on campus and sharing their experiences with us.
It's an honor because Coach Quinn, she talks about being an alumni and how important it is to her. So it was great to have everybody come out and support us and like hear their stories, and like how some of them were teammates with Coach Quinn, and how everybody like was a stepping stone for somebody else, and how like no matter what, like they always kept in contact, even if they weren't like they didn't go to school together, because like Bishop is a family, and they always like kept in touch, and they always come to games no matter what. Like some people went like all the way to Sierra Canyon for our game, and they like stayed and they watched and everything.
The alumni, we did this last year, and actually they're pretty great, and they talk about how much Bishop means to them and how their family, and that they all still know each other. So it really instilled in me to take all that I'm getting right now, especially having Coach Quinn as a coach and the coaching staff that we have, and take it all and not take it for granted, and do the best I can in my senior year, because shortly it'll be over.
Bishop won the tip, and it was Imaya Trahan who scored the first bucket for the Knights. Bishop was slow to gain momentum, and Serra would take advantage and go on an 8-0 run. Nicole Hayase would end the Cavaliers' run, and Serra led 8-4 after one. In the second quarter, Imaya Trahan makes the three, and Serra has an answer, still leading 11-7. Another basket made by Trahan, and the game is tied at 14 at the half. During halftime, Bishop Montgomery honored all of the past girls basketball alumni that were in attendance at the game. The Lady Knights didn't waste any time getting back to business in the third. Hayase with the steal here passes it out to Delasia Hurt-Floyd at the perimeter, and she gets the three. The Cavaliers fought hard to keep up, but the Knights pushed harder and led it 26-22 going into the fourth. Trahan makes the three, and Hayase follows it up with another 32-22 Bishop. The Knights went on an impressive 17-0 run and ended the night with a victory, beating the Cavaliers 53-33.
Huge props to Serra. They're a great team. We played them our very first league game. It kind of went a little different. We played them at their home. They kind of was in a 2-3, and we struggled a little bit at the beginning, but I think our team brought great intensity. Cyan, senior on our team, number 14, she brought her intensity, so I think we really picked it up and was able to get the shots that we got. It means everything to us, especially because we're defending league champions, so a league game isn't just any game to us. We try and go out and punch first every single time we play a league game, so it's really important, especially at home.
I don't know why we didn't come out with energy, but Coach, after halftime, she really got in on us, and I think we knew we had to pick it up, and we don't lose at home. We don't lose to Serra. And so we came together, won as a team.
It was a bad first half, like just to keep it straight. But Coach Quinn, she talked to us like at halftime. She really just called us out, and she was like, we weren't doing what we needed to. She told us what we needed to do. So we went out, we focused, we made sure we did what we needed to, and then we just came out and performed. Like we had energy on the bench, we had energy on the court, and everybody, we started finishing layups. Like for me, I know I had to start finishing, and everybody was just there for each other, and we like helped each other up, and it was just a good game after that.
This B Monty girls team is rocking and rolling. 2 days prior, the squad beat Bishop Amat 79-63, putting them at 16-6 overall, 5-0 in league. West is 6-0 in league, 15-9 overall, and just took down Morningside 54-10. North, too, is dominating first, beating South 49-28, and then Torrance 54-30, putting them at 17-1 overall, 5-1 in league. South did grab a win this week against Inglewood, 68-63, putting them at 16-7 overall, 3-2 in league. Bishop Montgomery boys b-ball is known to be a strong team, especially under the leadership of Coach Doug Mitchell. The team is currently 15-8 overall, 2-2 in league. Unfortunately, the day we spent with the guys, things didn't go according to plan. Justin Thompson explains.
Thanks, Lesley. Heartbreaker here tonight for the Bishop Montgomery boys basketball team. In a game that they controlled from the start, St. Anthony pulled away in the final 3 minutes and showed why they only have one loss on the season. The gym was packed for this marquee matchup, and the teams did not disappoint. Bishop Montgomery got off to a hot start. Great energy from the Knights and electrifying play from their heavily recruited senior Isaiah Johnson had the team up 17-10 in the second quarter. St. Anthony made a push, but again, Isaiah showing you why he'll be playing in the Pac-12 next year. A sequence of amazing plays to end the half, and the Knights were up 23-16 heading to the locker room. Great effort from Bishop's other senior, Christian Bood, to start the second half. Consecutive offensive rebounds and put-back baskets that helped the Knights maintain a 9-point lead. Crazy end to the third quarter here. Isaiah Johnson splits the defense and finds Kelsey Phipps in the corner, who can't hit the three. And before you know it, St. Anthony pushes it in transition, and Jaden Jones brings down the house with this dunk to cut the Knights' lead to just 2 points. And Jaden Jones is a name the Knights will remember. On the day that he committed to Long Beach State, he takes over the game down the stretch to secure the win for the Saints, 50-40 the final in this one. Bishop will have a shot at revenge when they face off against St. Anthony again to wrap up their season on February 5th.
I think you summed it up. Very disappointing, very frustrating. I thought we played a lot of the game pretty well, and then I thought our youth and experience really showed down the stretch where we just I didn't think it was so much, the guys didn't even want to take shots, you know what I mean? Everybody was looking, and I think sometimes we rely so much on Isaiah and they were so keyed on him, we had to have some other guys step up and make plays. Tonight was a microcosm of the season. Play well for times and really play to the game plan, and then kind of lacked the experience. We've lost a lot of close games. We either kind of blow a team out or lose a close one. We've got to figure out how to win these close ones. One thing I've done after all these years is I don't talk about the game after the game because you can be really negative. So we just said, you know, we'll talk about practice tomorrow, and then after have a while to calm down. So you learn from experience to kind of let it go right after the game because I got to try to bring it back for the next game.
Some more basketball scores for you. In boys, West had a tough loss this week, falling to Morningside 52-48. North was on fire, beating South 47-31, and Torrance 70-57. Ambassador got a nice W2 against Environmental Charter 78-74, putting them at 12-5 overall and 5-0 in the Mulholland League. It was a solid night over at ECC as the men's basketball team grabbed a W at home. Justin is back with the details.
Thanks, Lesley. An incredible finish here tonight at El Camino College. The men's basketball team coming up with a huge win over Rio Hondo. The Warriors were down by 15 at one point, fought back, pulled out a big win. And it was a battle for the first 15 minutes. The two teams trading baskets, and ECC trailed 18-19 with 5 minutes left in the first half. But that was when the Roadrunners would go for a run and score 11 straight points to end the half and make it a 12-point deficit for the Warriors. Elko played much better to start the second half, but every time they would cut into the deficit, Rio Hondo would respond to keep ECC at a comfortable distance. That would change though. With 5 minutes left in the game, Jamal Howard hits the corner three, and then Jason Vasquez with the layup brings the Warriors within 5. Then the defense came up with a steal, and David Henderson with the big boy finish. And on their next trip down the court, Darian Williams Youngblood gives ECC the lead. Darian Williams Youngblood again with a minute left hits the driving floater off the glass. Warriors up 4. 7 seconds left. Rio Hondo with the ball, down 3, trying to tie the game, but they throw it out of bounds. Game, set, match, El Camino, and the team was fired up.
Best sophomore in the state. Best sophomore in the state.
Yes, sir.
Well, in the game, we were just struggling to make shots in the beginning, but we eventually got it together. And in the second half, we really picked it up and showed real hard out there, sticking with it and coming out with the win.
It's great because we've been talking about the last couple of games is not only being 2-0 now and having our first win streak of the year, but we've said we feel like we're starting to peak at the right time. And obviously we have Friday night's game, which is a crossover that in all reality, it doesn't really count towards conference standings, and then we start conference next week. And I really feel like, I know Long Beach has had a really strong season thus far, and Cerritos is always really good, but I really feel like the league is up for grabs this year, and despite our struggles, I feel like we're just starting to come into our own. And so that's what we've been kind of harping on the last few days. Like, look, if you guys stay with it, and you trust the coaches, and you trust one another, and you can just continue to grind and show some heart, we have a great chance to compete as good as anybody else to win the conference title. So I was really proud of them. They obviously showed a lot of heart, especially because there's some key stretches where, we'd cut it to 6 or 8 and boom, we'd have a breakdown, they'd bang a big 3, and it was like, oh man, we could never really break, through. And then finally we did, so that was good.
The men continued their winning streak, beating LA Trade Tech 93-90, but would then lose the next 2 to Compton, also 93-90, and LA Harbor 77-69. As for the Lady Warriors, they got 2 dubs in a row against Compton, 50-36, and then against LA Harbor, 62-46. Okay, coming up, it's time for Lions Club All-Star Football. Bring on girls water polo. ECC baseball honors their own. South Wrestling wants that CIF crown again. And let's play kickball, shall we? Stay tuned.
He was LA in my time for basketball. That's all the person I ever knew was Kobe. Like, shoot, people do shots in like the trash can, people keep saying, you say his name. One-on-one, you say his name. Just when you keep playing basketball, he just bring up his name. He was that impactful to people. And yes, he wasn't a family member, but it just like he was in your heart so much that he felt like one. And it's just incredible to just think that you're saying past now, like was, and like he used to. Like, it's just crazy to think about how he's just gone now.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robbins here. It was that time of year, the 56th annual 2020 West Torrance Lions All-Star Football Game just went down at El Camino College. This crowd pleaser, the longest continuous running football All-Star game on the West Coast, takes senior players from 28 high schools, and the Torrance area was well represented. Oh, and the proceeds from the game benefit local charities. Justin Thompson was on the sidelines.
Thanks, Lesley. I'm here at El Camino College for the 56th annual West Torrance Lions All-Star Game. The best high school football talent in the South Bay is here, and they're ready to put on a show. As you might imagine, over 56 years, this game has become a much anticipated tradition for the best players in the South Bay.
It's a well-known event definitely by the football community. I believe we're the oldest running game in the Western United States. It was founded by the club in 1965, and we've had, I think, well over 40 or 45 kids go on to play in the NFL from our game over those years. And we've raised over $1.5 million over that time for charities that we represent.
Now let's get to the game. A little bit of nerves from both teams early in this one. The South All-Stars fumbled the opening kickoff, so North takes over in great starting field position, and Santa Monica quarterback Anthony Arnoux finds his man for the touchdown to give the North All-Star team an early 7-0 lead. An awesome moment for Torrance football fans here. CIF champ Drew Nash of the Spartans tosses it to the Saxons touchdown record holder Stephen Bradford Jr., who picks up the first down. What a cool exchange from 2 of the most iconic Torrance players this past season. And Bradford helped cash in the South All-Stars' first touchdown, issuing a huge block to clear the path for his quarterback to get into the end zone and tie the game at 7 apiece. Some more Torrance connections on this play. West running back Xerxes Reamer with some nice moves until North High's David Ukatu brings him down. Great game for David, who came up with this sack a few plays later, and he was all over the place tonight. The South All-Stars down 14-7 until Banning High's Jake Otto takes it into the end zone for his second touchdown of the day, and he lets us know about it.
Felt great. I mean, it's always a fun time to score a touchdown. Do a little celebration, celebrate with my teammates, it's fun.
Down 7 in the fourth quarter, Drew Nash with a nice 14-yard run that would set up this touchdown run from Jack Brown to make it a 20-21 game. South goes for 2, but they can't convert. They would get the ball back though and kick a field goal to take a 23-21 lead. So the North All-Stars with the ball looking for the win with a minute to play, but David Ukatu had other plans. The big defensive end out of North High with another stack, and the South All-Stars hang on to beat the North All-Stars 23-21. Here's what some of our Torrance players had to say after the game.
It feels amazing. You know, over the last couple of years, haven't been the best, but this definitely caps everything. You know, it's been the best year of my life.
It meant, I mean, I already said it earlier, it meant everything really to just playing the game, and to make plays, it felt even better.
It's something. I mean, you have to be good to play on this, and like, this is always like my dream. I hear my dad talking about the All-Star game, and I'd be like, I want to play in that. And being able to play in it is something to be thankful for.
From the football field to the pool, the Torrance Aquatic Center is where it's at for girls water polo action. Melanie Chacon is on it.
Thanks, Lesley. I'm here at the Torrance Aquatic Center where West and South met for the second time this season. The Warriors came into this game looking for redemption, and they did just that, beating the Spartans 13-5. Let's get you guys to the highlights. It was an aggressive start to this league game. What a great block by South's goalkeeper, Macy Gillette. And on the offensive end, Haley Gablesberg and Tatum Thompson give the Spartans the 2-0 lead. West answers back, and it's tied at 2 after 1. West dominated the second quarter with 5 unanswered goals from teammates Natalia Stannard and Montana White, and led it 7-3 at the half. In the second half, the Warriors' dominance continued. They shut South out in the third and only allowed 2 more goals from the Spartans, and West went on to win it 13-5.
I feel like the first half itself was just not our level of play, and we were stooping down to their level of play. So that second half, that halftime, let's go, really helped us, and I mean, we got right back in it. It was awesome because last South game, me and the goalie were out. We had the flu, horrible, and this was us coming and us showing like what we mean to the team and how much like us as a team completely can like destroy them. League play is so much fun because I mean, we see these kids every day on the deck. We know everyone. We play club, like Montana and we play club with a lot of the kids, and so it's fun to play against your friends, but it's totally more competitive because we're playing against our friends.
We've been working extra hard, especially after our first loss to them last time, so it meant a lot for our girls as a whole team, because we're entering our second games of league and it's coming to an end, which means we're going to start going to CIF, and so we really need to start working together as a team, just making everything like fit into place. And for this game, we really showed that all the girls knew what they were doing, fit into place, and did really well. I especially felt responsible for the last game, so I've been working extra hard as one of the captains. I've been trying to get the girls to work, and especially been working on myself. So when I went out there and I just tried my best, I listened to my coach was saying, but I really couldn't have gotten any of those goals without the other girls, because a lot of them were on 2-on-1s. So if I wasn't open, another girl was open, but I shot the ball, but they gave me the pass. So it was both like our whole team effort for the whole game.
In more girls water polo news, we covered the first week of league play between the respective Torrance teams. In the first game, South took on North and was able to control this young and developing Saxon team. North's only goals came in the first half, and the Spartans ran away with the win 14-2. In the following game, Torrance High hosted West, and it was another reigning feat for the Warriors. They exposed the Tartars' defense and allowed just 2 points for Torrance in the first half and led 12-2. The second half was a little quieter, but the Warriors held on to their lead and beat the Tartars 16-4.
Okay, coming up, ECC's baseball team remembers one of their own while also welcoming one back. Is South High Wrestling on course for another CIF title? And kickball is making a comeback. Stay tuned.
So Kobe is huge in my life. I grew up, my first experience with the Lakers was in the 80s with Magic and Kareem and James Worthy and all those guys. And when that era was over, it kind of felt like things had changed for the Lakers and maybe they weren't going to be as relevant as they used to be. And then Kobe came on the scene. And Kobe came on the scene with Shaq, and then they won 3 championships together. And I remember when he first came to the Lakers and he was a rookie, and he You know, you could see the athleticism and you could see the ability and you could see the potential, and then that potential blossomed and flourished into him being one of the greatest players of all time, bringing 5 championships to Los Angeles.
Welcome back to the Sports Desk. Lesley Robbins here, checking in on wrestling. The Spartans recently took on the Tartars and won in dominating fashion. South won the dual meet 60-0. West head coach Donald Garriott told me that Torrance is struggling right now, so he just matched up people the same weights and wrestled. From the looks of it, we'd venture to guess this South High team, the #1 seed, is well on their way to making the finals and perhaps becoming CIF champions once again.
I had a dual meet against Torrance, all levels, boys and girls, and we won at every single level. We're looking to become CIF and league champs again, like we were last year, and we're working hard and doing everything we can to get there as fast as possible.
Well, our team kind of just showed up. We all wrestled really good, I think. Everyone was getting pins, getting falls. We're all wrestling how we should be. I think we're coming up really well.
Well, we did pretty good today. We won pretty much all our matches except for like 2 of them. It was a pretty small duel. They didn't have too many guys, but we performed pretty good today. Did all what we worked for this week. As a team, we won CIF last year, so we're hoping we would win again this year. For myself, I'm really hoping I would go to state this year. I worked pretty hard this year, so I'm hoping I get to go.
And our City of Torrance is bringing back the beloved sport, kickball. But did it actually ever go away? Here's Justin Thompson.
Thanks, Lesley. I'm here at McMaster Park where Club WACA, the World Adult Kickball Association, is having a free play event ahead of their league season that kicks off on January 30th. Everybody we spoke with was having a great time, and Dr. Jennifer Passavento knows this league better than anyone.
I've been the community coordinator here for Torrance for the past year, and our park is McMaster Park. We play on Thursday nights. The league is going to start January 30th. Tonight is free play, and so it's just a night for anyone to show up, give it a try, because a lot of people, they've not played kickball since they were in elementary school. So to get to come out and play again, it's great to play outside. So we like to get people to come out, make friends, and so it's pretty great. And we just moved to Thursday night, so we're looking to grow the league.
And the league, while competitive, emphasizes a social element.
We're very much about the social aspect and getting people out of the house. We come here and we play, and then afterwards we have social time. Our bar is Sports Harbor on 190th Street in Torrance. So we'll play some social games there. So if you like to play a little flip cup, beer pong, stuff like that, we play it for social points. We'll also do different themed dress-up nights, and then every player that dresses up in their team photo at the field gets 2 social points for their team for that week. So we do different kinds of things like that, and we just have a really good time.
A great club, a fun league, and meaningful relationships formed along the way.
My favorite part about being the community coordinator this past year is the amount of friendships I see made. You know, a lot of people move here, maybe they get a job in aerospace or something like that, and they don't know anyone. And that was my case. I moved up to Long Beach, I had no friends, and I found kickball on Meetup, and I have so many friends now, and it's awesome.
And in El Camino baseball, it was a special day on opening day at Warrior Field as the team retired Sladen Moll's number and welcomed back Logan Young to throw out the first pitch. You'll recall the team tragically lost team member Sladen to a hit-and-run drunk driver earlier this year, and Logan was severely injured in a recent car accident. The Warriors may have dropped that first game to College of the Canyons 9-6, but there is no way you can't call them winners. And that is going to do it for this very special episode. We will see you back here next week. In the meantime, here are the social media stats. I'm at Lesley Mia. The show is at the Sportsdesk TV. We've got email, Facebook. Be sure to keep in touch and take us behind your scenes. For everyone here at the Sportsdesk, I'm Lesley Robbins. Thanks for watching.